Welcome to my home in Mebane, North Carolina, in between Greensboro and the Raleigh-Durham Chapel Hill area and the Piedmont of North Carolina. I've lived in North Carolina all of my life, and I have been practicing breath work for the last 25 years. I trained with Stanislav Grof in holotropic breath work as a certified facilitator. That's a much more rigorous breath, but one that's quite healing, intended to be healing for you to let go and become more free. I've taught other types of breath work. Most all of them are intended for you to become more free, to let go and become more calm in your being. Most of us in our culture in America hold the breath. We don't have any focus or pay attention to the breath at all. So I wanted to provide some different techniques that might assist you in creating more volume in your lungs, more breath, paying more focus to your inhalation and your exhalation, perhaps creating more capacity for your immune system, and other ways of creating healing for you in this time of crisis. Hello, I want to share with you now belly breathing, one of my breathing exercises. Some people call it soft belly. Some people call it belly breathing. It's a wonderful technique for relaxation. You can do it on the floor. You can do it in your bed. You can ultimately do belly breathing running or walking or standing still. But most of us are chest breathers, which is real shallow chest breathing. The abdominal breath, the deep belly breathing, is much more full. If you ever look at a baby in a baby bed, they're breathing just through their belly rises and their belly falls, belly rises and belly falls. And somehow we're all shift from belly breathing to chest breathing, which is much more shallow. If you play a wind instrument or you sing in a chorus, you basically have already developed the belly breathing to be able to have that volume of breath to sing in that chorus or to play that wind instrument. But we can all become belly breathers, which is a much more full breath, which is much more relaxing breath. So I'm going to demonstrate that now, the way that I teach it, and then I invite you to practice it at your leisure. So I'll lay down, and I tell people to place one hand at their chest and one hand at their belly. So as they're doing the process, they can make sure that the chest is not going up and down, just the belly is rising and falling. So your focus is to make sure your chest is not moving, just your belly. So you breathe your belly all the way up as you inhale and exhale all the way into the floor. Inhale your belly all the way up. Exhale your belly all the way down. Inhale your belly all the way up, fill it up like a watermelon, all the way up to the ceiling. And exhale all the way down to the floor. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling all the way down. Notice the chest is not moving, just the belly as you inhale all the way up. And exhale all the way down. Then we're going to switch to what I call the full breath. The total breath. You're going to start your inhalation at your pubic bone, just a couple inches above, right above your genitalia. Then we're going to fill up the belly. Then we're going to fill up the chest, and then we're going to fill up the throat. As we inhale, then we're going to reverse it as we exhale. So we're going to start the inhalation here, fill up the belly, fill up the chest, all the way in the throat, and then exhale out of the throat area, then out of the chest, then out of the belly, all the way down to the pubic bone. Inhaling again, beginning at the pubic bone, filling up the belly, the chest, all the way to the throat, reversing out of the throat area, out of the chest, out of the belly, and all the way down to the pubic bone. The full breath, total breath, and exhaling. Full breath, total breath, starting at the pubic bone, filling up the belly, filling up the chest, all the way to the throat, reversing out the throat, out the chest as you exhale, out of the belly, and down to the pubic bone. Full breath, total breath. Then we're going to switch back just to the soft belly, just to the belly breathing. Inhale the belly all the way up. Exhale the belly all the way down. Inhaling the belly all the way up. Exhaling the belly all the way down. Inhaling the belly all the way up to the ceiling. Exhaling the belly all the way to the floor. Inhaling the belly all the way up. Exhaling the belly all the way down. And then just take notice of your body. Are you more relaxed? Do you feel very calm? How does your body feel? Knowing that you can do the belly breathing anywhere you are at any time. I'm going to invite you in just a minute to sit up, continuing just to breathe through the belly. Many of us have tight belts around our waist or constrictive clothing, but you can do belly breathing anyway, whether you're sitting, standing, or walking. So I want you to sit up, still breathing just through the belly, so you can see what it's like breathing just through the belly while you're sitting. So when you're ready, go ahead and sit up. And then just notice if it's difficult for you, if you're naturally a belly breather already, or what that's like for you to belly breathe. You can also do it whenever you're walking, running, laying in bed, laying on the floor. Anytime you can breathe just through your belly. So give it some practice and become a belly breather. I want to share the full body breathing technique. It's a technique that I was doing myself for probably 6 months in my bed. I didn't even realize that I could teach this to other people. I don't know where it even came from. It's not something that I was taught. It's just something I began doing. And I said, well, gee, I can share this with other people. But it's using the exhalation only, or focusing only on the exhalation and moving it through your whole body. Oftentimes people have told me that their hands are cold or their feet are cold. And actually using the breath and focusing on moving that breath through the body warms up all your extremities. And so it can warm up your hands and warm up your feet just using and focusing on the breath. So I'm going to demonstrate that. I'm not going to go through the whole process, but I'll give you enough of an idea so that you can do it yourself on a more leisurely basis. So basically you lie down, arms by your side, palms up, legs spread apart, not crossed, but legs spread apart, shoulder width. And you're simply focusing on the exhalation. And as you exhale, let that exhalation go into your left shoulder as you exhale. You don't turn and actually exhale into your shoulder. You imagine the breath moving through your body into the left shoulder. Now you may feel that exhalation in your body as a tingling. You may feel it as warmth or heat. You may actually be someone that sees the breath moving into the left shoulder as you exhale. But again, you're going to always inhale. You're only focusing on the exhalation. So as you exhale, let that breath go into the left shoulder as you exhale. And then we're going to let it continue down the arm into the elbow area as you exhale. So that sensation of the breath moving down the arm now into the elbow area as you exhale. And then we're going to allow that to continue on down the arm as you exhale into the forearm and the wrist. So whatever that is, whatever your sensation of the breath is, whether it's the tingling, whether it's the sensation of warmth or heat, whether it's sight of the breath moving down the whole arm now on the left side and into the hand. And let that sensation now as you exhale go out the fingertips. So you're actually feeling the warmth, the tingling going out the fingertips of each finger on the left hand as you exhale. And just notice you might feel a coolness as you inhale on the fingertips of the left hand. And as you exhale, that still warmth is traveling all the way down the shoulder, down the arm, and out the fingertips of the left hand. And then we're going to shift our attention now to the right shoulder. As you exhale, let that same sensation of the breath go into the right shoulder. Let it go down the right arm, down into the hands, and out the fingertips of the right hand. Slowly, again, I'm demonstrating this more quickly, but take your time to let the breath move slowly down the whole shoulder and arm and out the fingers of the right hand. And notice you may have coolness coming in the right fingertips as you inhale. And then just take notice, shift your awareness back to the left side. Notice it's still running down the left arm and out the fingers of the left hand. So now you feel that sensation going down both arms and out the fingers of both hands. Knowing that the whole torso of the body is full of breath because that's where the lungs are, we're going to now shift the attention of the exhalation into the left hip as you exhale. So that same sensation, that same sight, sound, sensation of the breath moving into the left hip as you exhale. Let it go on into the left leg, the knee, down the leg, and into the toes of the left foot. And see if you feel that warmth, that tingling, that sight of the breath going out the toes of the left foot as you exhale. And then we're going to shift attention to the right hip, and we're going to allow the breath, that same breath as we exhale, to go into the right hip and to the upper leg, the knee, down to the lower leg, and out the feet and out the toes of the left foot. Taking your time. Again, I'm rushing it much more slowly in practice, but allowing the breath to run down the whole right leg and out the toes. And then again, shift your awareness and you'll feel it going down both legs and out the toes of both feet. And then shift your awareness to the arms and notice it's still running down both arms and out the fingers of both hands. Then shift that same awareness of the breath into your neck, the back of your neck connecting to the floor or your bed or the ground. As you exhale, the sight or sound of the breath going into your neck, and then to the jaw, the lower jaw or upper jaw. Feel that sensation going on into your nose. Feel it going in your eyes. It's almost like you're exhaling out of your eyes. And let it go into your top of your head, forehead, the top of your head, the sides of your head. And just feel that sensation now of the breath in your legs, in your arms, and your neck, and your whole face and head. It's almost as if you're breathing out of every pore in your body. And just lay there for a minute, feeling that sensation going through your whole body. You can do this at any time by yourself. You don't need anyone around. And it relaxes your entire body. And then when you're ready, just begin to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, squinch up your eyes, and then gently roll to your favorite side and sit up rather than struggling with your body to sit up in a different way. So give it a try and enjoy. Now I'm going to share the Kapalabhati breath. It's a yogic breathing exercise. It's much more vigorous than a calming exercise, and the monks do this exercise for 10 minutes. It is quite vigorous, so I encourage you to give it a try. You probably won't be able to do it for 10 minutes, but after some practice you can lengthen the time, the duration that you can actually do the process. Now the monks do this process, typically it's sitting in the full lotus position. So the full lotus position, putting one leg up on top, the other leg up on top of the other one. That gives them a platform so they can't go to the side, or back, or forward. They're in this position, their body stays in this position. You don't have to sit in this position. You can sit in the half lotus position, which is with just one leg up. Or you can sit with no legs up. You can sit in whatever position is comfortable for you. You could be in the bed propped up with a pillow. You could be in a chair. It doesn't really matter to do the Kapalabhati breath. The way it works is you imagine that there's a rope with a knot tied right here at your belly button, and the rope comes through your back, out the back. So every time you exhale, It's like you're pulling the rope from your belly button through your back. Again, you're paying attention just to the exhalation. You're going to automatically inhale. Your focus is only on the exhalation as you pull through. That's certainly increasing the capacity of your lungs. It's increasing all the muscular contractions around your lungs, your back, and your whole abdominal area. So it's a wonderful exercise to practice. You may do it for only a minute. You may do it for 30 seconds. The next day, maybe you do it for 45 seconds. Maybe you'll get up to a minute or 2 minutes. Give it a try and see how it works for you. But it's a wonderful exercise on many different levels. Have fun. I also want to introduce you to breath as meditation. Now, many people have interest in meditation and the practice of meditation. It is a practice. It is something you have to do on a regular basis. The monks tell you should do it the same time every day. They tell you should do it the same place every day. They tell you that your body should be relaxed. So if you need to relieve yourself in the bathroom, do that before you sit. They tell you that you should practice meditation on an empty stomach. You can't, if your body's in the process of digesting food, then it's difficult for your body to relax. So those are some of the keys for a good practice of meditation. Also, if you have animals, you should put them in a separate room, or you should tell your roommate or your spouse or your partner that you're going to take this time to yourself for the next 10 minutes. You don't want to be disturbed. That allows you time just to be with yourself. And meditation is just a way to calm the mind, calm the body, get into a deep state of relaxation, shift some things away from your worry. And I was taught to use the breath. So I focus, when I sit in meditation, I focus on the inhalation and the exhalation. The inhalation and the exhalation. So I use the breath as my means to stay centered. So I focus that I'm inhaling and I focus that I'm exhaling. And that's all. I'm not paying attention to dog barking or a smell of food. I'm focusing on the inhalation and the exhalation. And I also use a mantra. Mantra is just a word. And I choose to use a 2-syllable word. That gives you 1 syllable as you're inhaling silently to yourself and 1 syllable as you're exhaling silently to yourself. So if your name is Tommy, it'd be Tommy. Susan be Susan. William. So if you don't have a 2-syllable name, I think it's nice if you have a 2-syllable name to use your own name. First name, middle name. If you don't, you could use Baba, B-A-B-A, which in Hindi means father or master. So you're inhaling 1 syllable and you're exhaling the other syllable. So you've agreed to sit for whatever period of time you're going to, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you're going to focus just on your inhalation and your exhalation. And you're going to allow that 2-syllable mantra to be part that brings you right back to center. Ba, ba. You're doing this silently. I'm doing it out loud, but ba, 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 ba. So you've agreed to yourself to do that for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. After 1 minute, you're going to be thinking about what you're going to cook for dinner because your mind is taking you away from what you've agreed to do, to sit there and just pay attention to every inhalation and every exhalation and using the 2-syllable word to keep the breath as you inhale and as you exhale. Inhale and exhale. But what's for dinner? So as soon as that thought's there or that smell's there or that interruption is there, don't scold yourself. Just come right back to the center. Inhale and exhale. After a long period of time, then some of those distractions won't be there, and it gives you a more centered practice of more calm and more silence for yourself. So it is a practice of meditation. It seems to me that there are pockets, buckets that are full, And doing this practice, you begin emptying some of those buckets, which gives you space for something new to come into your life, practicing meditation. So I encourage you just to try that. Give it a try. Sit however you want to. They say to sit erect. Don't do it in bed lying down because you'll fall asleep. You can sit in a chair. You can sit on the floor this way, half lotus position, full lotus position, or any way that supports your back in an upright position. And again, just focusing whatever amount of time you want to. You can set a clock, set a buzzer, set your watch just to let you know that 5 minutes has gone by. Play a piece of music, play a piece of music for 10 minutes, and when it's over, then you know you've sat for that period of time. But again, the whole time you're just focusing on every inhalation and every exhalation, using your 2-syllable mantra, one as you inhale, and the other as you exhale. So give that a try. Give it some practice. It is a practice, so you're going to be distracted many, many, many times. But that's okay. You're going to always come right back to the center. So thank you for sharing. Thanks so much for sharing your time with me today. I hope that the things that I've offered, the techniques, have been beneficial to you. I hope that you're able to use them, and I hope they provide some relief for you, some relaxation for you, and some healing for you on many different levels. If you have any comments to leave, then feel free to drop them below in the comments. And if you'd like to get in touch with me, then my website is www.holoquest.org. HoloQuest means the search for wholeness. So my website is www.holoquest.org. Have a great day and enjoy.